Okay, here we are going to demo CompreWallet, which is the comprehensive Ethereum smart contract wallet that will do anything. Now, what do we mean by anything? So there's three main features here. The first is that it lets you interact with any contract on Ethereum. All you need is the ABI and the address of that contract, and your wallet can interact with it. The second is that it lets you bundle contract calls into one transaction. So you can do your approval transactions and your, say, CDI mint transactions all in the same call. So instead of having to do two MetaMask transactions, for example, you can do them at once. You can do that with as many combinations of contract calls as you want, as long as it fits within the in the block gas limit. And so this saves you time and it saves you gas. The last feature is that CompreWallet is integrated with Biconomy for meta transaction support. So say you only have DAI in your wallet, typically you would be pretty much stuck because you need Ether to pay for gas. But thanks to Biconomy and meta transactions, that is no longer the case, and those transactions will be relayed and the gas paid on your behalf. So let's see how it works. You can see we have MetaMask up here in the top right corner. And if it opens, you'll see we are using an account with 0 ETH on the Kovan network. So let's connect our wallet. And because MetaMask is already unlocked, we should log right in. And there we are. If we view account up here, you'll see our account address right here. This is our standard wallet address. And then here's our contract wallet address, which is all zeros because we have not deployed one. So let's do that. You'll see it prompts for the signature. There it is. And give that a second. There you go. So this is an EIP 712 signature. We are calling our factory contract because this will deploy us our own CompreWallet. So we will sign that. And there we go. So now that is being relayed off to Biconomy. It has our signature, and you can see right here on Etherscan that this transaction is processing. Oops. There we go. I'll flip back over here, let it complete. And there we go. So our transaction has been sent, even though we had 0 ETH in our account. We'll come back to this dashboard in a second. And if you take a look at this transaction, there it is. And there you go. You'll see it was relayed through meta transaction. So now we are back at our dashboard, and we have two main sections here. Oh, real quick, let's take a look at this. And boom, there is our contract wallet. All right, so these balances are the balances of our contract wallet. You can see right now we have no tokens, no balances. Down here is the transaction section. It is currently not the most user-friendly, but it works. And we will come back in a second once we get some DAI to our account to see this in action.
Okay, we have funded our contract with 25 DAI, but we have no Ether, so we will send a few different contract calls through CompreWallet. So you can see down at the bottom here, we are doing 4 contract calls, and the order of these calls is important, as the order they're laid out here is the order they will be executed. So we are going to first do the necessary approval and then deposit some DAI into pool together, 12 DAI, and then we are going to do another approval and mint some CDAI. We're going to mint 8 DAI into CDAI. This last column here lets you choose whether or not the entire bundle of transactions should fail. If this transaction individually fails, we've set them all to true in this case. And then here you can see we just have drop downs for a couple of contracts, and then for a given contract, all of its methods. So let's send off this bundle. Okay, so the video stopped recording for some reason, so it was a little bit jumpy and you don't get to see the transaction finished, but it did finish and you can see the results right here. we wanted to deposit 12 DAI into pool together, and you can see we now have 12 pool together DAI. We wanted to mint 8 DAI into C DAI, and you see we now have 372 C DAI based on the exchange rate. If you remember, we started with 25 DAI, and so we subtract our 12 from pool together and our 8 from C DAI, and we have 5 left. And so everything has worked as planned. These all executed in one transaction, and they were all relayed via Biconomy, so we did not need any ETH, as these were meta transactions.